So, hi guys, I'm here with Robs that has that is facing a kind of a strange bug. So we will do a coding session hunting this bug and see if we can how far we can take it. Okay, so Rob is on the line, but the audio I couldn't connect it into the video, so I'm going to repeat what he's saying from time to time. Otherwise, it will be me talking. Okay, so Rob, you're sending me the text, okay? I'm going to copy that. Uh, yeah, what I'm going to do, Rob, is I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm doing. Um, Hold on till I find out how to do that. 1 second. Okay, here is Rob. I will share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen, Rob? Okay, so I will be asking you questions. So because I have to start from knowing absolutely nothing of what is the problem to try to frame it somehow. Okay, so this is the error. You're seeing my screen, right? Yeah. Okay. Where do you see this? At the console, right? Or where? This is a piece of a code. Ah, this is. Yes. Please send me the console error because this looks like a yeah. Hold on until I extract this from Telegram. Okay, so this is the console error. File not found. This process will wait until your strategy. You cannot read. Oh yeah, because it's a big screen. Um, okay, so the error happens when you are running a strategy that goes through midnight, right? And it's running at the trading bot. I mean, the problem is at the trading bot or is at the indicators that are calculating? Which one? Which is one is the case? Or you don't know? Okay, but let's try to get the facts first. So you're running a trading strategy that depends on some indicators that I can see here: Bollinger, Spartan, and Plovtech. Okay. Okay. So what you see that is not working well in the sense that at midnight, what happens? The strategy stops, or it doesn't trigger, or what is the problem? What is the symptom? And this type of strategy is one that is triggering on and off all the time, or is enter into trigger on and continues inside trigger on? How is the strategy? So, so it's a strategy that triggers 2 3 times a day, and you say that if you run it, for example, today, Then after midnight, it doesn't trigger anymore. That's the case. Okay, at which time frame do you run the strategy? 1 minute, 1 hour? At 1 minute. Okay. And uh, can you send me the code of the trigger on condition for me to see it? Okay, but regardless of all those details, I need to know which is the condition that triggers the strategy. Because, uh, yeah, no worries. Okay, I got it. 1 second. I will put it here in this notepad from Telegram. Okay. I, okay. So you add the console log there. Okay. Okay, hold on. What you're modifying from here the user defined parameters. Okay, wait, because there's a lot of information. So I first I need to try to understand what are you trying to do and why. Because you're running a strategy that is at 1 minute, right? That then why you want to change that? because probably there is a confusion, because you don't need to change the time frame. I mean, when you define the time frame of the trading bot, that defines how often it's going to run. So if you define that the trading bot runs at 1 minute time frame, it means that it's going to run every 1 minute and it go to sleep 1 minute, runs again, go to sleep, runs again. Okay. That doesn't mean that you have to check the information of the candles at 1 minute. You can check it for any candle of 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever you want. So my question is why you want to change the session parameters, the time frame at 2 minutes. What do you think the system is going to do with that? Because when it starts running at every 1 minute, no matter if you change that, it's not going to stop running at 1 minute frequency. This is at the code of manage stage, which is okay. Okay, so you're using the time frame of the session parameter as a parameter itself to see at which time frame you're seeing. Okay, so one first recommendation here. Okay, give me a second. So this example of what is it is some other. Okay, so my first recommendation for what I'm seeing is that uh, what you're trying to do is possible, but I wouldn't use these session parameters. You're using user-defined parameter. Okay. I thought that it was the time frame node. Okay. Okay. No. That's yeah. Okay. I didn't see that detail. Yeah. I was going to recommend to use the user-defined parameter or to use some user-defined node at the trading engine, but it's okay. Now I get it. Okay. Okay. So okay, let me think. Let me see if I understand. So you're saying that regardless of this calculation of which time frame to use, when it arrives to midnight, you have an error. Okay, you have an error. Okay, so that error, where does it happen? At the trading bot or at the indicators that are being calculated? How do you know there is an error to begin with? Where do you see the error? Okay. Okay, so the console log that you sent me is the error that you see. File not found, that one. Okay, let me see. Okay, this looks to be at the trading bot. Masters low frequency trading. Okay, multi-time frame daily. Okay, data JSON. Okay. Have you checked the debug log at the moment that this happens? There is a file that is generated for every execution. Have you checked that one? No. It's a debug file. It's a file for it's exactly for tracking these kind of problems because every process that is executed, an indicator of the trading bot is writing on a file every or not everything but a lot of things that what it's doing, and that information you have it in platform. I believe I'm going to see you have it in your Superalgos folder platform. My log files, then project algorithmic trading, trading mine, master, low frequency. Yeah, yeah, my log files, project algorithmic trading, and you continue entering there, trading mine. Yes, you should have one per day, or it's not one per day, it's one per execution. You have one folder per execution, and inside that folder you will have a lot of JSON files. You will have at least 10 files because at every loop a new file is created. Okay, every minute a file is created. But if there is any error inside a file, then the file is not deleted, it's not recycled. Okay, so if there is no problem, you will see the last 10 files, the last 10 minutes of execution. But if there was an error at any of the file, then it's not deleted, so that it's kept there so that then you can analyze it. So my bet is that you will see a lot of more than 10 files because you had some errors, and so you should be able to. Okay, send me that file, the one at 1 o'clock. Send me over Telegram so I can take a look at it. But this is the tool that it was missing for you on your toolbox, this log file. Yeah, with this one you will be much clearer. Okay, hold on. I got it. So this is the file that happened at midnight, right? Okay, let me see. Yeah, because when there is a error tag inside the file, then it's not deleted. So sometimes it have more information, sometimes it have the same information, but at least you can see here, if you open the file or you're watching my screen sharing, you see that you have the file not found. This process will wait until you run your data mining and this file is created. Okay. Yeah, and before that, you see that is trying to read a file for 10 times and it cannot read it, and is the Sparta B&B output. That's the file specifically. Okay, so this file, this file is the one causing the problem. I'm checking what is. Okay, let me check this out. Wait. So what you're saying is that here, are you watching my screen, right? Too small. Okay. Okay. It's okay, but what you're saying is that the file that is trying to read, for example, in this case, is 29/12/2021. So it's the 29th of December. It's trying to read the file of, and when you're standing on the 30th of December, this is file from today. From today at midnight. But how do we know that we are? But here is we are still at 29. If you see the log date, it says 29/12/2021 00. You see that, right? And here, okay, but here I see a problem because at 00 hours, what is the date of your system right now? No, no, but what is the date? Which day are you? Number 30, right? 30th of December. Um, because what I'm looking at strange is that If this is the file of today, it seems that at 0 hour, I mean, the log says here, when I'm standing, says 0 hour, 0 minute, 49 seconds. Okay? But the log says that is 29 of December. Maybe because this is like a GMT time. So GMT is 29 because you're 1 hour ahead, right? Okay. And this is looking for the file of 29 of December. And the file that says here that does not exist, it still doesn't exist as of today. If you go and see this folder. But look at the 29, because here is looking for the date. The, can you repeat that? But which file are you looking at? I'm looking at, for example, at the 40 minutes. It says multi-time frame 40 minute 2021, the 12th December and day 29. Does that file exist? Is there? And which is the time that it was modified? 1 minute before 1 hour. So it's like okay, 1 second. Okay, so the file exists. Hmm. Okay, so at a certain moment in time, we know that the file didn't exist because this process couldn't find it. Okay, but then, uh, do you have? Did you keep the bot running after midnight? Okay, but did you? Um, okay, but it ran for an hour then after midnight. Okay, and do you have error logs like these files that we are watching now for the whole hour? Meaning that during the whole hour, this file didn't exist or only happened once? That's my question. So it didn't exist once, and then it start existing. Yes, in the folder of the logs files. If the okay, okay. So what I see that this is what is happening is that the file at midnight, it when the bot and the trade and the data mining process are running, right, every 1 minute. Do you have the task of the bot set up so that it starts after the indicators run, or they are running independently to each other? Which one? So you're saying that at the trading task or at the trading bot, you have a wait for, like a node that waits for something to finish. Okay, you have that at a trading bot, right? Okay, to which indicator you are waiting to finish? Because you have more than one indicator. So which one are you waiting? Which one are you waiting for? Okay, but that is not the one that is missing. The one that is missing is Sparta BNB. Sorry? Yes, Sparta RSE. That is the file that is missing. So you're not waiting for that one, right? Okay. What? So you're waiting for market and not for daily. Okay, but I got lost a little bit. What I wanted to ask is if you are waiting for this RSI indicator to be calculated before running the trading bot or not. Yeah, yeah, it's only one. Okay, but anyways, that was a question if you're using that stuff. Um, yeah, but there is no guarantee that these indicators are going to be in order because they are on different data mines. Unless you modify these data mines and you have like your own version, and you modify the way, the sequence in which indicators are calculated, that you can do it. You can modify the data mine and the indicator themselves, they have the same kind of node, and you can put one to wait for the second one, and the second, or I mean, the second one wait for the first one, and the third one you can configure it to wait for the second one, and then you can put the trading bot to wait for the last one, right? And that would produce a sequence of execution that will avoid the trading bot to get first than any of this. But even if you don't do that, it shouldn't be the root of the problem, because in my mind it's possible that one in that the trading bot is getting first before this file exists at all, because as we are turning into a new day, imagine we are 11:59 minutes, right? So you are reading the file with all the candle of the day at that minute, okay? At 0 hour, the indicators are going to create a new file, okay? They are going to create a new file, and the trading bot is going to read the new file. When you are at 59 minutes, there is no chance that this file doesn't exist, because there are 1,400 minutes in a day, or 440. So the file has been created a long time ago. Okay. So when we switch the day to the next day, it might happen, because if it's not synchronized, like I'm telling you, if you haven't synchronized the data mining bots one after the other and the trading bot in the last time, it can happen perfectly well that any of the indicator produced in this daily file haven't created the file yet before the bot requests the file. So what I'm seeing in this error is that you are entering into that situation, but it's something that is expected somehow. If you see the log, it says that the bot is going to restart the loop in 10 seconds. So it considers this a retry condition. So it's not going to wait for 1 minute, but it's going to turn off for 10 seconds, and it's going to try it again. And because you don't see more logs in the debug log folder, my guess is that after 10 seconds, the trading bot wakes up, it finds the file, okay? It finds the file, the new file, and then it processes, okay? And then it processes. So what does that mean? That the thing that you're seeing here are not the problem. That's my conclusion. That the file does not exist is not a problem. At least it's not the direct problem, because it's possible that it happens, and the way to the resolution of that is the bot retrying, and because there are no more logs, that means that it recovers and start running again, like, smoothly. Okay, so the reason why it doesn't trigger later, it cannot be that the file doesn't exist. It might be something related to the change of the day, but the file most likely exists at that time. Okay, you follow me, right? Okay, so so to know why it doesn't trigger anymore, I think we have to come back to analyze the condition you have for the trigger on. Okay, for example, have you tried simplifying that condition for the trigger and putting that something that always trigger on, and let it run through the midnight? Then it will trigger on, right? Yeah, you can do it in perpetrating, yeah, for example, because we need to isolate which is in which situation it works and in which situation it doesn't work. That's a way to also to trace a bug like this. You have the situation where it doesn't work, that is with the current condition. Okay, so let's see if you can find a condition where it does work. Okay, then you have the two poles, let's say. So on one side it works, on the other side it doesn't work. So what happens if in the middle, where is the point where it stopped working? So then you start adding stuff to the thing that it works until it doesn't work anymore, and then you find it. Okay, that's one way. Another way is to analyze the condition and see it in more details. I don't know if I where I put that stuff. Where is the condition of? Ah, no, this is not. This is the file of the. Yeah, the problem for me is not that the indicators are not there. They are not there for 10 seconds and then they are there. But it's a race condition. It's something that lack of synchronization between all these independent processes. But the bot then recovers and continues doing the same stuff. So I am again with the trigger on condition. So let me analyze this a little bit better. So what is the exact condition to trigger this on? Where here? Thi- This. Okay, give me a second. So you're saying if candle close. Okay, and then to know this, have you used the visual debugging capabilities? You didn't use them, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Visual debugging. Okay, I will show you. See my screen, because this is the way to know what is going on. I will load a different workspace. The getting started tutorials, that everybody knows this one. Okay. So hold on for a second. Essentially, with these two tools that I'm going to show you, one is the logs that we already analyzed. With analyzing this log and seeing that you only have one file of log or two at midnight, uh, allow us to get to the conclusion that the problem is that not that the indicators are not stop being calculated, they continue being calculated, but there is a small race condition there exactly at midnight. Okay, so we are okay with that. The way, if you want to not to have even a single minute of problem, then you have to synchronize the data mining so that one indicator waits for the second and the second for the third, or the second for the first and the third for the second, and you hook your trading bot to the last one. Okay, in that way everything is like uh, one after the other. Yeah, exactly. They are not going to be in parallel, they are going to be in series. But maybe instead of taking, I don't know, 5 seconds, it's 10 seconds, but it doesn't really matter because this is not high frequency anyway. So, okay, so this is the way you look at that problem. Look, You know this strategy, right? The light in stride strategy. So you come here. Here we have the episode and we have the trigger stages. That is what you want to analyze, okay? So this strategy triggers immediately because it's set to true, okay? So it just triggers immediately, okay? So the way that you have to analyze this is you have to come here in trading system and turn on these highlights, values, and status, or okay, especially highlights and values. What you're going to do with that is that then you come to the trading system. Are you still there? Yeah. You come to the trading system and then you can see candle by candle what turns on. You see the value true. Okay, you didn't know this, right? Okay, this is exactly for this because you put yourself into the chart at midnight and you can see candle by candle when your conditions trigger and when not. Look, now they are here, you see? Look. So here is triggering, wait, look, create order event and then it cancels the same order, right? It creates the order, it cancels the order, okay? And you also can see the formula values. You see the formula? 11,600, 11,500, and you can see candle by candle, which is the value of each node, okay? And if it's activated or not. So all you have to do is to go to midnight, turn on those layers, highlights and value, and see what was going on. And you will see the value of each of the stuff that you... And if you have that condition, that is, in your case, this minus that this is quite a simple stuff. It's going to show you, and also you can also know, you're not going to be able to know the Bollinger Band moving average and deviation, but the candle, if you go here, you have at the trading engine also something that is very powerful. All this stuff are layers you can turn on, okay? One of the layer is episode candle, but you can turn on any of this layer or all of this layer. So what happens when you turn on this? You come to the trading engine here and you go to the episode, okay? And here inside the episode you have a candle, okay? And you will be able to see the value of the candle close and open at every candle, right? Okay? So you have one of the components of your formula, the value, already stored there. And you can see it, okay? And yeah. No, it depends on the power of your computer, especially if you have a graphic card. But I think that you are using a remote computer, right? So probably it doesn't have. Exactly. Well, You should run your web interface in a machine like that with a good graphic card. I have like an old laptop like 6 years ago or 7, but it was a good laptop, like a gamer's laptop with a good graphic card, and so it works kind of well. And you don't need to have this open all the time to the two things at the same time. But for debugging, it's better if it runs slow than if it doesn't run at all. Because now you have a lot of information that you were blind when you started looking at the problem. Now you have eyes. You have eyes and you have touch feelings and smell feeling and everything, because you have the trading engine with all the information that you can see there. You can turn it on by turning on these layers, and you can see anything and everywhere at the positions or any of the information that is in here. You can see it candle by candle, any of them. And also at the trading system, you can do the same. You can highlight the nodes that get activated and also see the information candle by candle, if they are true or false, the situation conditions, and the values of formulas. Okay? Okay, perfect. Happy to help. No, now you just go and visually debug your stuff, and very easily you will find the root of the problem, because you have the whole history of information that the bot had at every single candle, and you know the formula, so you know why the formula this was not less than this. You will see it. As simple as that. Okay. Okay, you're welcome. then then let me know how it went once you find. Okay, amazing. You're welcome. So happy New Year, and hope you find it. You still have one day to find it during this year. Okay, thank you. See you, man. Bye. Bye. Okay, guys. So as you can see, in this kind of problem, the key was to know the tool is that we have for finding for debugging, and we have these log files that will help you understand what happened. Everything that a bot does is logged, at least the important things in files. It's important to know that these files, you can see the last 10 files. It's important to know that if the file contains an error, then it's not deleted. So all the other files that are older than 10, the last 10 files are deleted because they have no problem, the execution. But if there is an error, then it's not deleted. And from there, you can get a lot of information. But the other big, huge amount source of information is the trading engine with all the information it has, and the trading system itself. So by turning on these layers, you can visually debug both the trading engine and the trading system and see exactly what was the information your bot had at each moment in time, at each candle. Okay, so amazing. Hope this video was helpful. I understand that I didn't have the voice of Rob, uh, but anyways, it should be helpful anyway. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.